How we doing? Hope everyone's having a good week. Hope everyone's having a good week. We're over halfway through the week. For those of us following the Gregorian calendar. Those of us familiar with the Gregorian calendar will tell you we are over halfway through the week. Hope everyone's trading is going well. We had a little break. We were streaming Monday and Tuesday. We had a little break yesterday to recover my strength. Let's say that. But we're back. We're back for shitcoin chart requests. We're following the Sato business model. For those of you who know who Sato is, we're just trying to get liquidated as many times as possible on stream, and therefore increase my viewership by being purposely bad. Why is SC so bearish on MATIC? That's a good question. Probably because it's overpriced, overvalued. When you have a mini bull run, echo bubble, alt season, whatever you want to call the last 2 months, sometimes there'll be a strong horse, you know. There'll be some alt that's ahead of the rest, and I guess the argument is when the market starts pulling back, you know, and structure starts flipping bearish, then in theory that alt will have further to fall. So you're trying to catch an alt like that when it's overvalued, so that when it returns to fair value, you're getting more mileage for your shorts. I guess that's the theory, or maybe he has a fundamental reason for being bearish. But you know, you tell me. All right, let's get into the charts. Okay, so yeah, this is BTC. Let me show you what I was talking about in terms of that sweep that we didn't get. So I had this level marked out last night, and I was hoping that we would get a run on either this low or this low. Basically that or that.
Yeah, and it's not even as low.
And the fact that we didn't, the fact that we have now left like high time frame equal lows here, that just makes me super nervous. That makes me super nervous about longing here. I think a much cleaner long is a sweep and then reclaim, and then you look for something like that. Right, especially if you get a reclaim that breaks structure. So something like this. Whoops, that's a bit extreme. Something like that, I think, would be a really easy long. Right, you're taking all of this liquidity from less than a month ago. It's not, you know, I mean, there's definitely still stops to be taken here. And yeah, that would give me a lot of confidence. Where we are now, we can still long, but it's lower probability, and it seems a little bit speculative, to be honest. I think getting long here was a fine idea. That was why I don't think I actually lost any money. I had 2 break-even BTC longs. Both of them were good exits because we just kept bleeding down. But yeah, in each case, I was thinking that this kind of looked like a pattern that might bark just based on daily bullish structure. But no, it wasn't to be. However, the fact that we're now trading down so close to those lows back in February, just makes me, I'm a little bit sus. That's basically up. That's basically it. But yeah, if you look at the daily, I mean, the daily still looks good, right? This is higher highs, higher lows, right? In theory, if structure holds here, we're going to make another run on the highs, okay? I've spoken about that before. If you look at my high time frame chart, hope that's not too intense on the eyes, but pretty much higher highs, higher lows, right? However, I mean, that's from a structural perspective. From a liquidity perspective, what do we have? We have lows that have not been taken. We have buy side liquidity that has been taken. We have sell side liquidity that has not been taken, and we are trading right around value area high. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. We were trading at value area high. We have rejected. We're now back inside the value area. So anyone who knows anything about auction market theory will tell you that that suggests we are about to rotate to the other side of the value area. And look how close the point of control is to the bottom of that value area. It just makes me a little bit sus about being bullish here. However, that said, I think structure is dictating my bias at the moment. And that's a conscious decision. I could say liquidity is dictating my bias. But no, I'm saying structure is dictating my bias. As long as we stay trading above the low here, at 21.3, right? And that means closing candles below. I don't just mean if we wick below, because that could be an SFP, that could be bullish. If we start trading below this, I flip my bias. But until then, as long as we stay trading above it, or as long as we just wick below it, I'm cautiously bullish. Cautiously bullish. What I would love to see now, as I said in my lower time frame chart, what I would love to see now is either some real strength here that starts breaking structure, or a sweep followed by a strong reclaim. In either case, you're looking for strength here. You don't want to be longing this if we're getting weakness on low time frames, because it just could continue to bleed, right? H4 structure has flipped. H2, H1, most hourly structures are flipped bearish now. The H12 is, yeah, arguably that's the H12 low as well, you know. The daily, as I said, is still arguably bullish. But so we're in a I would say it's a tricky spot. It's hard to form a bias here. I think the OR favors longs. I think the structure favors longs. I think momentum, value, liquidity all favor shorts. But that said, I also think you're going to get that this is the worst place to short. At least wait for some kind of retrace. So those are my thoughts on BTC. What does that mean for this stream? It means that we will probably long this if we get like an M1, M1. Or M2, M2. I'm not sure. We'll play it by ear. Because I kind of like this. If we get a low momentum retrace back here, something like that, I'll probably look to long. That's definitely not a guarantee. The only reason that I'm taking this is because this kind of looks like a 3-tap, right? Kind of has that 3-tap vibe about it, right? If you're taking this as a it's a shitty range, but it's kind of a range. It's a range. Just depends on how you define it. That's a 3-tap at range low. Now we have taken liquidity at the highs, so arguably the liquidity objective to the buy side has been satisfied. That said, I don't know. I feel like it's worth a punt. Would I classify it as high probability? No, I don't think so. But I think it's worth a punt. The better long, in my opinion, if you have the patience for it, is this. I think that's the better long. Makes more sense. But I'm not sure if we get it. And of course, this is where the vast majority of the liquidity resides. 21.3. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a sharp wick followed by a strong buyback, but we'll see if and when we get there. We don't like LDO. LDO, the trade I was looking for on LDO. The trade I was looking at on LDO missed my entry by 0.4%, which is always sad. This was the short that I was looking at. So it was going to be like this. Yeah, it was like a 3-or trade. Yeah. And didn't get an entry. Sad times. And then it went straight to target afterwards. Down bad. But that's alright. LDO, I felt like it was a short. Once we started losing this, these levels. And wasn't there something? There was some news. There was some news. Maybe it was that guy Look on Chain. Someone can probably tell me or refresh my memory. And it caused, pretty sure that was either this drop or this drop, but it started nuking pretty quickly after that. So yeah, probably still short bias on LDO. Yeah, I feel like these equal lows around 1.86 will be a target at some point. Maybe not right now, but like I feel like you could definitely start looking at swing longs here. There's no real retrace there. Okay, here's an idea. I mean, that could be something. Again, this isn't something that's likely to play out over... No, this could take weeks, but something like that. As swings go, I think you could do worse. That kind of requires BTC to do a little bit of popping here, though. So yeah, we're just gonna set alarms here on BTC. I feel like this is a long, so we'll take it. We'll probably take it. I'm not gonna risk too much. See, the thing is, I feel like yeah, we could just do this. We could just run. Oh, if I could select the tool, I feel like we could just do that. So let's see. I also know that a few traders that I follow, whose opinions I value highly, are also long from these levels. You know, I do think the higher probability is to wait for a sweep, but this three tap type structure, it could be a bottom, could be a local bottom. Let's see. Mightn't even get a retrace. Yeah, so Binance Spot, I've mentioned this a few times before. It doesn't really, it doesn't factor into my analysis as much. I mean, you can see we literally had the exact same thing, like not even a week ago, like a few days ago, right? Where the low was taken on Binance Spot. This low was taken on Binance Spot. You know, and I posted the chart and I said we're gonna run those lows. And people were like, well, actually, Binance Spot swept. So, nah, Binance Spot doesn't matter as much as foots. You think about how liquidity works, right? Liquidity works by trying to force market participants out of their positions by activating their stop losses and therefore generating liquidity for bigger players to enter on the other side of the trade, right? Because a stop loss on a long is the same as a short. Okay, pushes price down into the levels that bigger players, institutional players, evil market makers, whatever you want to call them, want to fill their longs, right? And then price will move in their direction. But like who has stops on their spot positions? Like, you know, traders do have stops on spot positions, but my understanding is that, you know, first of all, not every spot trader would have a stop below a wick. That's very much a futures. That's very much a futures leverage trading technique, and also futures is just higher volume, right? More volume, more participants, more stops. Therefore, that is what dictates liquidity. And Binance Foots has the highest futures volume. Therefore, it is the chart that I pay attention to the most. Liquidity is basically stop losses and new additional long shorts. Liquidity is stop losses. Right? Let's say you have liquidity above the high here. You have guys who have gotten short in this move and their stops are here, right? You run that high, those shorts now have to start exiting their positions. And closing a short contract is equivalent in terms of market dynamics. It's equivalent to opening a long contract, which pushes price even higher. And it starts hitting the bids of the institutions, whatever you want to call them, the smart guys. Their shorts get filled and then price goes in their direction. All right, that's just an example. I'm not saying that there is tons of liquidity here. There probably isn't. But that's how it works. BTC approaching our level here. Lots of momentum on this move down. Not necessarily something that we will knife catch. I tell you what though, just thinking about it. Maybe it is something we knife catch. Oh, we're knife catching again. Oh, here I go knife catching again. I mean, the thing is, it's not a knife catch on the M15. I wish this this high hadn't been taken. The thing is, right, M30 FVG above, it's such a nice liquidity target. Can I find, is that a high on a certain level? Okay, no, it's not a high. The thing is, this high did get taken, and now we're dropping pretty quick, which makes me nervous. Makes me think this is a lower probability than I would otherwise like. H1 SFP, probably go to 21.3k and then long. Yeah, I think that's the higher probability setup. I wanted to show you very quickly this XRP trade. So this is a trade that I opened last night. I had been speaking about it for like 2 or 3 hours in crypto chat and Chroma. Benny was looking to get short. We were talking about it for a while. I said I can't short until XRP was trading around here. I'm saying I can't short until we enter this H1 FEG. So yeah, we got a pop. Yeah, it wasn't too long later, a couple hours later maybe. We got a pop, and it was coming towards this H1 FEG, and I was like, I'm gonna kick myself if I don't short it. So yeah, opened a short here. It was pretty big size. I was risking like maybe $500 or $600 on the trading account. I guess that's kind of getting normal. That's getting more and more normal now that the trading account is up around nearly 15k now. I'm at 13.6. So yeah, I opened it and it just moved pretty quickly in my favor. Now we got a little bit of chop here, and actually once we put in these equal lows, I was like, you know what? As soon as we sweep those, I'm out. So we sweeped here. I think I exited on one of these wicks because it was 4 a.m. at that point. I was going to bed, and yeah, how nice is it to wake up to a retrace all the way back to entry, and even worse. Arguably, we'd be right around entry now. But yeah, that was nice. I think I made like 530 bucks on that one, and of course everything's shared in real time. No hindsight analysis on that one, even though it is very I have to say it was a lucky entry and a lucky exit. We got some fortune there. This to me seemed like I was almost going to keep it open because this seemed like such an obvious target. OTE H1 FEG, but glad I didn't go for that in the end. This is our current balance, just shy of 13.6k. We started with 5k, yeah, just under 6 weeks ago. So we've nearly 3x the account in that time. And yeah, it's going well so far. The account has gone really well. Like the start was really good. Then I hit some snags. I think I had like a week where I lost like $500 or $600. I kept getting stopped out trying to short strength. It was really frustrating, but then yeah, kind of found my rhythm again, and we're back to winning ways. Out of the last 17 trades, I have 12 wins, I think, which is kind of crazy. So AVAX USDT. Let's have a look. I think this is in my What time frame? Oh yeah, this was the short that we took. This is the short we took in Chroma a couple of days ago. Now, if I'd held it, I would have gotten stopped out, to be fair. But let's say I was running a soft stop. I mean, yeah. Would have hit 20 or at its max. Fun times. Always a fun time. I hate trading AVAX, by the way. Low time frame only. Okay. Okay, let's mark this baby up live. I mean, we could end up taking a trade on it. No daily FEG there, which is a little bit annoying. I don't think we're going to get an FEG. Yeah, so no FEG there. It did sweep liquidity. That's fine. We can work with that. So that's the liquidity sweep. So on the hourly, there's no break of structure just yet. In fact, we're now SFPing. We're currently SFPing on the hourly, which isn't really ideal if you're bullish here. Okay. Similar enough to BTC with this FEG up here. I would short this, I think. So I don't know. What's your bias here? Who's asking? Nins, what's your bias here? Because I feel like feel like I'm seeing a short and I'm not seeing a long. Okay, you know what? We don't need that. See, it's just depending on BTC, isn't it? I feel like you can get that, to be honest. If BTC goes for its lows, I feel like you could get that. Thing is that I never like taking those trades because I feel like the thing is, right, with this trade, this could happen, you know what I mean? Where you're completely right on the idea, but because BTC is like strong or BTC has a buy side target, it runs your stop and then goes to target. So yeah, with these it's always a little bit tough, especially because you just have highs here that there's no real obvious liquidity sweep up this direction. Yeah, and like even here, you know what I mean? There's not a massive amount to play off here. I don't know. So this chart for me, I'm not seeing anything high probability. I like that for a short, but I feel like you could. It's very hard. I don't see a great place for my invalidation to go here. You know what I mean? Like unless you do something like that, I don't really see a great place for your invalidation to go. So that's kind of my read here. For longs, I don't know. There's a lot of momentum to the downside here, and this momentum on the bounce is not great. I mean, long-wise, you really want to see a break of structure here to start getting long. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be short bias here, I feel like. We might be knife catching. Okay, now I have my fingers on the hotkeys. I feel like this is a long we have to take. Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? Why not? Okay, we're in. Let's see what we get here. Let's see what we get. Nice bounce so far. We're up $8. Probably only risking like $100 here. Maybe I should have risked more, but I don't fancy losing too much live. Because as I said, I don't have a massive amount of confidence in this setup. So yeah, we're risking exactly 100. Where's that wick on? Yeah, that's fine. Risking exactly 100. 100 pesos. Uh-oh, we're taking a dive. Could be in for some trouble here. We could be in a lot of trouble. Uncle. Uncle. Yeah, this is gonna get stopped. This is gonna get stopped. Unless it doesn't. Equal lows here. This is sketchy. Big flush. Big chungus. We might just look to get the fuck out of this because I don't like those equal lows, and the idea is not valid anymore. Yeah, I think we're just going to... Can we get out of this one? Let's give it a second. The ID isn't valid anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, let's just exit this one. We can get break-even exit. Yes, we can. I'm out of that trade. I do not like it anymore. It could bounce from here, but my ID is invalidated. I'm out. I didn't lose money. I'm happy. There you go. That's a nice bit of adrenaline. We took a we took a very quick trade, a very quick in and out. We dipped our toes in the pool. The water was too cold. We went back. We went back to the sunbeds. You know what I mean? We took a little run down the beach. We dipped our toes in the ocean. The water's too cold. We went back. We got our towels and now we're drying up. We're going back inside. Awesome trade. Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, listen. I don't want to pat my own back here, but that one is just you know, just an amazing trader. You're staying in this trade. Yeah, I honestly bet it could go, but let me show you exactly why I'm closing, right? Okay, so as I said at the top of the stream, we have a low here. We have a low here. That's liquidity. This one in particular, we've just come so close to taking it that to my mind it makes sense that we go there eventually. Now we're bouncing now. This could absolutely go to target 100%, but for my money, this is what I'm paying attention to now, right? We have lows, we have liquidity. So my bias is now short until we take those lows. We have taken liquidity at the high, right? We have not taken liquidity at the low. We did this, but now we have equal. Ooh, excuse me. No one heard that. You'd swear I had a massive breakfast or something, but that was all the drink water requests. Pikachu incoming. Exactly. This is the Pikachu pattern. When you get subsequent lows that do not sweep. Just feels like it's not a trade I want to be in. Could it go to target? Yes, 100%. But I can't, you know, my bias is saying get out of the trade, and that's get out of the trade until we take lows, then I'll look for longs again. Phantom looks bulla. I mean, yeah, it looks okay. Can I get something over here? What did we do over here? Okay, yeah, okay, all right, okay. Well, it took a low. Taking a low is always good. Anything on the daily? No, nothing on the daily. Anything on the H12? No, nothing on the H12. Anything on the H4? No, nothing on the H4. really going down. Not really high time frame anymore, is it? Oh, give me an FVG fill in the hourly, at least. Nah, don't even have that. Okay, so just a sweep. That's alright. That's okay. We don't need necessarily anything more, but it would have been nice if we swept into an FVG of some sort. So you got your sweep, you got your breaking structure, kind of bullish-ish. I mean, that's your daily value area. Is this a successful auction? Are we about to bounce here? So, yeah, Phantom does look decent here, but again, BTC looks like shit, so I wouldn't be longing. But that's pretty much it. BTC going for the lows. I'd be looking at that. That's a scalp for me. That's a 2-hour scalp. Probably even more like 2.1 or there. Oh wow, look at Phantom. Did anyone take it? Did anyone take it? Look at that. My long was actually even lower, but I mean, we filled the FEG. Sorry, we tagged the FEG. Yeah, you got filled. Nice, Crypto He-Man. All right, catch you later, guys. I will see you tomorrow.